What's up? It's your boy. We're going to get into a little bit of that throwback since it's a Throwback Thursday. 1999. Everybody wanted to know if I was still rapping. I had walked away from Bangin on Wax, hooked up with my boy Dark Side, a.k.a. the Funky Soul Brother, and his wife Pandora P-Box, and we pulled off the Smell of Smoke and See the Fire album. Let's get into the intro song.
Here we go.
Mr. Sand, where you been? Everybody wants to know, are you still rolling? They said you was straight rolling.
Even the kids wanna know where you at, Mr. Sand.
Where you at, Mr. Sand? Where you at? We wait for you. Mr. Sand, make a bounce to this. Everybody wants you now.
What up, Lo?
Where
I'm back.
you been?
1999 style.
Where you been? We
Yeah.
know you been the wax.
I'm right here, Lo.
Oh, yes, you did. I know we need something for a hat.
Yeah.
You that.
I sagged my dickie since 83. If it ain't the wrongs, I slide up on the scene in some Chuck D's. I'm from the days a player could ride without the scandalous of nigga getting that hustle from the blind side. Like I did and set up in the past. Send no teach the busters how to rhyme and blast. I cut down on the juice. I may be smoking on the hoop, but I'm smart enough to know I can't be smoking that loop. And that's one of the main reasons, nigga. My people call me Sin Low. Straight intelligent, natural, legend of Compton. Though I just the credit exactly where it's due at. Can't stand the way these motherfuckers be pointing at that. And yet it gives me a weird feeling. My people wanna die. Send me to my knees, checking prayers to God. So you can best believe I treat myself with some fairness. 0% prison and 100% awareness. Now that's the way, no, that's the one and only way. See, the real niggas need to take a step and all throughout these fake G's. And that's the way to make this world go round. Until the shit get to poppin', your ass got to go for sure. It's like a exit, stage right or left even.
Mr. Sand, make 'em bounce to this.
Back in 1999, that was the intro to the Smell of Smoke and See the Fire album. And the actual song, Smell of Smoke and See the Fire, that song was written last. And when I wrote that song, I had wrote that song to a very slow beat that I had found. But my boy Dark Side had pulled up a track, the track that I recorded to Smell of Smoke and See the Fire to. He had pulled that track up and it came on, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, what's that? He's like, oh, just some shit. I was like, man, hook the mic up, man. Shit, I got something for that. We hooked the mic up. I spit that shit with so much passion to where I said that was going to be the theme song of the album. And the name of the album was going to be titled Smell of Smoke and See the Fire. And bam, that's what it was. Smell of Smoke and See the Fire, the actual song, is one of my favorites. And it's one of the most snappiest songs that I have in my archives of songs. I wrote it, I was hungry. I felt like I was deprived of my money, which I was from the Bangin on Wax, and I felt like record companies was running from me and shit. You know, I felt like you had to try to kiss ass to be accepted, which was something I wasn't gonna do. So that's why sin wasn't no money or nobody's friend. And if I dig you a shallow grave, you jumping your funky ass in. Cause I ain't trying to be the king of no rap throne. I'm perfectly fine being the man of my damn home. And if you a real nigga, then you vouch for that. But if you one of them coward ass motherfuckers, then you vouch for gats and play hate. And I'ma have to treat your ass with dirt and open the doors for you to be judged for the man whom I work for. And that's God. So don't you play me with that negative. I blow the lid off the top of the bottle that gives you atmosphere. And if I don't bust you, you know I'ma rush you. And I'm about inches from cracking up your motherfucking bone structure. I bring your lifeline to a host. Don't ever forget that they call me Hitman before Sin Low. Chopping all the motherfucking drama. And we don't give a fuck about life when all this death is around us. So smell the smoke. I mean, you know. I wrote that, and I had to let that be the theme song of the album because that was my shit, and it came straight from the heart. Most of the songs I wrote for the Smell of Smoke and See the Fire album was pretty much like a documentary of my life. If you listen to the album, everything in there was based on true events, true story, or true feelings, or something like that when I wrote it. Rest in peace to Hook4, man. I got a song on there called Still Rolling. They want it from Still Rolling. I was writing that song. I believe, living in the car at the time. So I was outside. It was a late night, and I was writing Still Rolling. Hook4 rode down the block on his beach cruiser, and he saw me sitting in the car. So he jumped in with me, and he was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Oh shit, just writing this album." And he like, "Damn, what song is that?" I was like, "A song called They Wonder If I'm Still Rolling." And so I played it for him, and I bust a verse, you know. I don't get caught up in the mix with no busters. I'm living for the day. The day is for the hustle. So sign me a waiver and let me make my taper. Go get it from the store and let me make my paper. I'm well respected, 100% selected to be the man that rides on the scene that's suggested. So kill all the noise inflicted by the flow. You in it for the kicks, I'm in it for the dough. With heart, a model of your latest common error. Retaining to your life, connected to your terror. I represent the C, the P into the T. You want to know my gang? I'm Compton's OG. You know, it went on something like that. And when I finished the verse, it ended with They Wonder If I'm Rolling or something. And he just came in, they wonder if you rolling. They wonder. He just started singing some shit. And you know how Hook4 is and that voice of his. He started singing that shit. And I was like, man, I gotta have you in the song doing exactly just that. So we planned that out, and he was gonna be in that song. Wonder if he's still rolling. Only until one night we had kicked it at the shop, Underworld Records and Tapes. Kicked it, blew smoke. I went to the crib real quick to grab something to eat, and I said I was gonna come back. And he was like, you know, he was gonna go get some more blunts and shit. He gonna make a phone call. We're gonna meet back up and get blowed or whatever. I went to the house and I came back. And on my way back, driving down the street, I saw yellow tape. And when I saw the yellow tape, I see the police out there. When I saw the police out there, I saw Hook4's bike on the ground. And where I saw Hook4's bike on the ground, so many feet away, I saw Hook4's body being covered up by a sheet. And it hit me right there, right then and there. Knew who it was. Under the sheet, I knew who bike that was. Didn't know what happened, just knew who it was. Just knew that was my boy under there. Just knew it was him. And damn. Broke a brother down. Anyway, that was a story on that, so it'll be a testimony, of course, when shit that I'm working on for the documentary, I'll be adding in there. Quite sure I'll cover that. Rest in peace to all our loved ones lost over the years to current. We constantly going, and that's why I cherish every day, and I try to, you know, pave the way with a recipe that survived us these years. So you can just understand that, you know, things may be different for your time, but the foundation was built on, and then I lay it out for you like that. So continue to support the music. You know me, I'll never give you music that I don't mean to make. You know what I mean? Everything that I make and put out, I meant to do it. So when you get music from me, you know that I meant to do it.